You know what that? Whoa, hold on. Let's get it. Let's get it. Hey, bam, bam, bam. Welcome to another Ramble Radio.
It's video.
But
what?
It's also radio.
Okay.
I think
Sweetheart.
we gotta talk about that.
Sweetheart. It's not.
Yes.
Sweetheart.
I believe this is 120.
Is it 120?
Cody, I think we're 120.
We're
We're not alone. Not Cody. Cody with clothes on. Not naked. Right there.
Trim your beard?
He trimmed his beard. He looks
a little bit
dashing. He's got the Marla Gibbs diorama behind him, the Marla Gibbs artwork.
A little
right
salt
there.
and pepper in the beard.
Look at that. Looking good, buddy. I like the trim. Now, all right, who's on the hat? That's your alma mater, correct?
Yeah.
Yep, that's right. I remember this now. The house that Larry Coker built.
Yeah.
Is that what we call that? The house that
Coker? The shed that Larry Coker built? Is it a house?
Excuse me, they play in the Alamo Dome, which is a beautiful venue.
Look at that. The Spurs don't. Alamo Dome's still around.
Yeah, they kept it around for. Wow. It was basically not used at all until UTSA moved in.
Does the Alamo Dome know they're playing in it?
That's a good question.
Or do they just sneak in and play games?
They just sneak in and play games.
They jump the fence.
That's a good question.
They jump the fence and play games.
Wait, so why didn't they keep the rodeo in the Alamo Dome so it doesn't break balls with the Spurs scheduling?
Because I think that the Spurs.
Well, Pop likes that team building shit, right? With the rodeo, the road trip, he likes that, right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. Do the Spurs might own the rodeo?
Oh, interesting. I didn't know that.
If they do, then that would mean that they funnel everything through. Yeah. But I don't know about that, actually.
Interesting. Look at this. We're learning a lot about San Antonio today.
So much.
Now, we have to get into the...
Sweetheart.
Cody, boy, wowzers, did I have a weekend. I hope everybody's doing lovely and fantastic, by the way.
Everybody's being safe out there.
Yeah, safe, sound.
This is a shirt from Graham and Faye.
Graham and Faye.
They had 5.
How badass is that?
That's my birthday gift from Graham and Faye.
That is so badass.
So awesome.
Graham and Faye are MVPs?
Yeah,
MVPs?
first ballot.
First ballot Hall of Famers.
First
Graham
ballot
and Faye,
Hall of Famers,
no
yes.
question. So Andre and I... So, all right, I'll try to make this as brief as possible, but I had to get a car about 2 years ago because my old Toyota Yaris, which already had 278,000 miles on it, I believe, when I bought it, it had 300 miles on it.
And you put
200 and
damn.
This is doing when I was living in Texas.
Road dogging it, bro. Grinding.
They were gigs. I first moved out. Oh, God, what a douche. Imagine if I said it like that.
It would be awesome if you tweeted about all your road gigs and the hashtag grinding.
Oh, God. Could you imagine grinding it? Just grinding it.
Grinding it.
Comic
life.
Just grinding it. Oh, God, so I love, and not in any homophobic way, but for them, I love how so many meatheads would use grinding as a thing, and now that's like a thing. That's like has a wholly new meaning, and I love that it just kills it for those.
That's
morons.
our word.
That's our word. Nope, not anymore, motherfuckers. Now you're grinding. I bet. Anyway, so I was driving about 2 years ago, and a person pulled up in front of me, and then they had to slam on their brakes. It wasn't on purpose. It was just an accident.
Right.
We all had to slam on our brakes. I dinged them. Thank God nothing happened to their car, so there was no bullshit with insurance.
It was that Top Secret when the Pinto just dinged and
explodes. Yes. It was like that, though. And almost like the Pinto, my entire front bumper just tears off. Now, it was already being held together by twisty ties, so it was ready to go.
It was a pre-existing condition on the car.
Pre-existing condition. So I had to get a new car, and I went to this used place because I got an offer for a car loan. I was like, fuck it.
Okay.
And he put me in my car now, the guy.
Yeah.
And he said... Just, look, pay it for about a year. Don't miss any payments. Now it's been over 2 years. And he said, you come in, I'll get you in a better car for the same money.
Right.
And I thought, well, and I might have to have some brake work done on my car. So I thought, before I do that, let me just see. If that's really true, if it's that painless and I just have to maybe extend another year or two on car payments, or I know that'll be more expensive in the long run.
Yeah, but you're not paying any more a month.
Right.
You're not going to notice it.
Exactly. And if it's a more reliable car, blah, blah, blah. Even though my car's been fine, but still, And I said, let me just see. So we go in there. We go into this place. He walks in to greet Andre and I. No mask. Zero mask on. We are both masked up, thank God.
Anyone else in the place got a mask on?
No, he had another employee who first went in to do the credit check on me, and he took off his mask when he sat down at his computer. And then he goes, yeah, your credit, it's really good, man. We should be able to, he'll be in a minute, take care. So he leaves. The other guy walks in without a fucking mask. And we're both like, wait, what is happening right now? Thank God we weren't in there that long. Then he starts talking about the economy, how it's hurting. And we're thinking, oh, okay, he's about to let us know how COVID has impacted. And then Cody, he starts telling us that it's all fake. He starts telling us that he's got a brother who's a civil worker, a sister-in-law who's an RN. None of it's real.
And they're telling him this information.
They're telling him it's all fake. And he's like, and it's like, I see 200 people a day, and I don't wear a mask. I haven't caught anything. I'm like, yeah, because they have masks on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's why
I understand the mask thing. The mask stops. If you're wearing the mask, it helps you not spread it if you have it.
And it helps you not get it if the moron across from you doesn't have a fucking mask on. And then so Andrea wisely says, what about all the people that are dying?
Yeah.
His response, he just goes, sweetheart. They're dying of, and I'm like, oh God, and I'm like, oh no,
I don't know how Andrea didn't like just bane him over like just
it
Batman.
Was ready. I felt that like.
How did she not take him
and it's like
snap his back over her knee?
All I thought is, thank God I've never made her this mad. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I was just like, oh
You'd
God.
Be dead.
I was like, oh God.
The maddest I've seen her is when we were moving your apartment over here, and you and Colton were just hanging out eating Subway.
Yes,
that's the maddest.
And I was pretending to be hurt.
And you were faking your back.
I paid Colton. I think I gave him $20 to like act like he was a trainer on an NBA team, like stretching me before the game. So he was just doing all that stuff, and I was like, oh, remember? Like, he did a good job of selling it.
You guys sold it well.
He almost cried about how worried he was that I might not walk again. Remember that?
He committed.
Yeah, he committed.
He's like, I don't think he'll ever be able to walk again.
He was really sad, but it was like, oh God, let's just go, let's get out, let's test drive a car.
Oh,
it was so bad. I had sweethearted.
Sweetheart.
I was like, oh God, we got to get the fight. Like, I just felt the rage coming. You know what I mean? Like, it was like that
How
scene.
old is this dude, do you think?
Probably early 50s, late 40s. Like,
he knows not to sweetheart somebody.
You would think, right?
That's like an 80-year-old man.
Yes, that's it. It felt like that scene in Bruges. Do you see that movie?
No.
Cody's seen In Bruges, right?
Oh, yeah.
When the guy who works the tower starts talking shit to Ray Fiennes. Remember that? And that was, I was like, uh-oh. I was just sitting there like, oh, God. Oh, shit, I'm about to witness a murder. Like, this dude is dead. It was bad. It was like... Sweetheart.
Unreal.
It was like the balls. I mean, the COVID denying was bad enough.
Well, yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but you're going to run into those people.
You're going to run into those.
But the sweetheart thing.
So I thought, even if it is a great deal, I don't know if I want to support a sexist COVID denier. Like, maybe I just, like, shop elsewhere. Maybe it would be a better thing.
God.
Fucking brutal.
He probably won't even let women test drive.
Oh, sweetie.
Sweetie.
Here, let me drive.
Do you have a man with you to test drive this car? Oh, I know you're going to buy it. It's your car, but you're not going to drive it, are you?
You're not going to test drive this. Come on.
You have a man to drive that
this
car
is a
for
very
you, right?
sophisticated piece of...
You don't know.
A lot of moving parts in this thing.
I don't even know if it's legal for you guys to drive. Hey, Lou, can women drive? When? Are you serious?
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Oh, like they can vote too. What?
It was like that cartoonishly sexist. It was hilarious. Like, man, it was. It was
did you get the car?
I did. Yeah, I actually put a down payment that I didn't need to.
Andrea's moving out
just
today.
to support him. Yeah, she's leaving. That's why she's.
You took the car over her.
She's in the other room packing right now.
Who's the dame?
And I had to tell her, I was like, sweetheart, this is a great deal. I couldn't. Sweetheart.
It was a sweetheart of a deal.
Yeah, it's a sweetheart of a deal. I couldn't pass it up. I just couldn't believe the balls on this fucking guy, man. That was. Oh, by the way, can we talk NBA real quick?
Sure.
Even though it's days later. I don't give a look, I'm probably going to regret saying this. I don't give a fuck what happens. My NBA season was made with Luka's through the legs bounce pass for a dunk in overtime last night against Mill. I don't care.
And you're done?
I was happy. That was enough. I was like, holy, did you see that replay?
I didn't see it.
Did you see that, Cody?
No.
So they're playing They beat Milwaukee.
It may not have happened.
It may not have happened. They beat Milwaukee in overtime, which is that's not easy to do. Beat Milwaukee and Luka with the balls on this guy. The Mavs are only up 2 points.
He's a Washington football team fan, by the way.
Is he really, Luka? No, that's Porzingis.
Oh, is it Porzingis?
Yeah. So Luka.
They both are.
Stop it! Don't do this. So Luka. Luka was Luka. They're up 2 points with like a minute left in overtime.
Yeah.
The ball's on him to get flashy, but he's dribbling the ball, and Giannis and another Buck immediately go to Luka to cover him.
Right.
And this guy Maxi Kleber, just our power forward, just cuts towards the basket on a pick and roll. Luka just does a through the legs bounce pass. Unnecessary. And Kleber just catches it and dunks it. I was like, that is a fuck you, I'm not losing. And I was like, I don't care. I don't give a fuck what happens. I know they're going to lose to the Clippers in the first round anyway. I'm happy. I was happy. That was it. That was all I needed. My basketball has been, I'm good now. I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised the Mavs are even in the playoffs. So this is all gravy for me. And that was it.
That was your NBA finals right there.
I was happy. Look,
that was your game 7.
Yes,
NBA
I
finals.
really thought they were going to be a 9th seed this year. I really thought best case scenario, they're going to really compete and have barely a losing record. Okay. You know what I mean? And be the Knights. So now that they're in the playoffs, fuck it. It's all gravy. I'm not expecting anything. I'm not going crazy. It's weird, too, how the only team I'm delusional about are the Cowboys. Like, the Cowboys are the only...
That's all Cowboy fans are.
Right.
It's part of being a Cowboys fan.
Yes. I've never thought the Mavs were going to... Even when they won the championship, each round I thought they were going to lose. Yes. I'm like, well, they're not going to get past these guys. But then the Cowboys... They fucking
most Cowboy fans I know, they are pretty humble and down to earth about the other teams they cheer for.
Right, but not
when
the
it
Cowboys.
comes to the Cowboys, they're insanely crazy about them.
Insane. It's weird. Cody's a very realistic Cowboy fan.
I try to be.
And my friend Scott is like, there are times where I'll text Scott, be like, dude, are you ready for this year? And he goes, you're kidding, right? I'm like, what do you mean? Like that, come on. He's very, he will bring me down to earth quickly. But yeah, the Cowboys are the only team where when the season starts, I'm like, you never know. That's where I'm like, you never know. Why not us, right? Like, that's that shit. Every other, like the Rangers, I know I'm never going to see them win anything the rest of my life. That's never going to happen. The Texas Rangers are never going to win shit, and I'm okay with that. Yeah. I get it. I thought the same thing about the Mavs. I was like, wow. When they lost in 2006 to the Heat, I'm like, well, that was the peak. Well, they're never going to, and then they win it, and I'm like, right, but Cowboys I expect it every year. 16-0.
That's what Jerry Jones has done to all of you guys.
I know. Every win's a shutout, and then we're like, that's
And then Jerry moves up in the draft, gets a top 10 pick.
Yeah, right. Like, oh shit! Here we go. Hey Cody, did you see this? We traded 4 linemen and 8 draft picks to get a wide receiver in the fit with the veto. And Cody,
that was the missing piece.
Right? Yeah, that's
that was it.
I'm thinking that's the missing piece.
That's the missing piece. We lost all the other pieces, but we filled in the missing piece.
Cody and my friend Scott are fashioning a fucking concoction of poison to kill themselves. I'm like, that we did.
That was it, baby.
Yeah, we got it. We're going to the Super Bowl. That's how I am.
See, as a DC sports fan, I'm always waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Always?
Always.
Was there ever a time when you thought, we got this?
No.
Not even in the 80s.
Even their heyday.
You never thought.
During the Gibbs decade where they were going to Super Bowls every 3 years, I was always like, oh, the Giants are better. The Giants are a better
Really?
team. The Eagles are good right now. Buddy Ryan knows how to coach defense.
Wow. See,
I was a nervous wreck during all the games, and then we go like 11, or we go 12-4 or 11-5.
Yeah.
Like, oh God, that's not enough. Look at the Niners are 13-3.
Yeah, sure. It was, but see,
I was always waiting for okay, they're not that good.
That's how I was with the. It's funny. That's how I was with the Cowboys as a kid until they got Haley.
They got the snake.
You just knew when they got Charles Haley. You knew that would talk about a missing piece, right? That was it. So I got confident then.
I thought Dion was the missing piece.
No, Haley. Remember when they got Haley?
They got Haley, but
that's when they won. They didn't win before Haley, and then they got Haley for the 2, and then Dion came for the 3rd one. But they got Haley for the 2, and that's when I thought, okay, come on in, sweetheart. It's fine. Sweetheart. I told the story. Did you hear, hon? I told
Sweetheart. We're doing a video, sweetheart.
Sweetheart, we're filming something, sweetie. Sweetheart.
How did you not break him over your knee?
She was so fucking mad. I could feel it. I was like, oh, God, abort mission. Wait,
last time that guy got laid, like the 70s?
Probably. But the COVID denying was bad enough. And then, Just oh man,
Sweetheart.
He called her cupcake, honey tits.
Sugar britches.
Yeah, he slapped her butt a few times when we were leaving.
He winked.
Yeah, he winked at her. And the whole time I'm like, honey, he's gonna help me get into a car. Take it.
Let him squeeze your boobs.
Take it. She's still skeeved out, aren't you? Yeah, 100%.
You're not getting the new car then.
No, fuck no. No, I'm happy with.
We walked out of the office and we were going to test drive the car, and Jerry just looked over at me and I said, nope.
Yep, nope. We're done. We're done. It was like, man. Yep, we're not getting this. Yeah. It was. Wow. Yeah, it was. But and then here's the other thing. And if there's any auto experts here who might know more than us,
I'm sure there's some ramblers out there that are auto experts.
So the car that he wanted me to drive was 2 years old. That he wanted me to. They was going to sell me a Ford Fusion, great car.
From what I heard,
hybrid, nice. Yeah. Had 2 years old, 2018, 75,000 miles on it.
That's a lot of miles.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of miles.
He goes, no, you have to understand though, it's a hybrid.
Those are hybrid miles.
He literally said that. He goes, it's really like it only has like 35,000. I'm like, yeah, but the odometer right here says.
Can I ask the tires?
Yeah. Can I ask the brakes, the shocks, the struts? Let me ask the inner wear. I think that's bullshit. I don't believe that you cut miles in half if it's a hybrid. I don't buy that.
The wear and tear on the car is the same.
It's the same. And there was like
maybe the engine might be a little different, but everything else is still 75,000 miles.
Exactly.
And the battery of the hybrid car has got 75,000 miles on it. It's got 2 years.
Sorry, guys. It was we were having fun.
Yeah. Dex, have you ever encountered sexism in your place of work?
I'm thinking of bringing back something I haven't done in ages. It's always been for charity, so why not do it again for charity? I sit down with a handicapped or terminally ill youngling and bare-knuckle brawl them. No holes barred, playing for keeps. Jesus Christ, man. This fucking guy. He's
such a piece of shit.
Such a piece of shit.
He's sweethearted people.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh my God! Are you?
He's sweetheart. He sweethearts Obi-Wan.
There's. I guarantee you, people aren't alive to tell some of the stories that he's done to them. There's well, Cody. Sorry, man, but where can everybody find you, pal?
Well, you can find me on my 3 podcasts, the Cinesnot podcast, where we are reviewing weekly VOD movies. You can also find ReMCU, where we're talking about the Marvel movies.
We done that.
Yeah. And then Quarren Stream, which you both also done.
Yes.
Where we're talking to mostly comedians about what they're watching during quarantine times. And this week we have comedian Chris Cubis on the show. And we're talking about Blade of the Immortal and a crazy-ass Chuck Norris movie called Invasion USA.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
I know. I've seen a lot of his shitty ones. Yeah. Well, are there good ones?
Are there good ones?
You guys, I think you guys have to watch this one.
I might have to see this one.
Wait, what was Delta Force?
Delta Force was...
That was like his good one.
That was,
right?
I think that was that Lee Major's last movie?
Yeah, that kind of put Norris on. Well, the Bruce Lee shit put him on the map, but that was his first headlining solo thing.
That was like 85, 86.
Yeah, and they made 5 of them, right?
When did the MIA movies come out?
I think they were after. I thought that was Delta Force, then MIA. I don't know. Yeah,
I thought those were like sort of his Rambo movies.
Right,
Invasion USA was 85, so it was right in the...
Invasion USA.
That was like the pimple right before it popped, right?
It is a
it was the white head of
crazy
Chuck
movie.
Norris movies.
Real quick, Cody, before we have Eddie do his plugs, can you tell us about maybe one of the worst movies you've ever seen?
Oh, yeah, so I watched last night this new the new David Ayer movie, The Tax Collector. And it has Shia LaBeouf playing a Latino gangster.
Is this the one he tattooed himself, or the one he pulled his tooth out?
He tattooed himself for this one.
This was the tattoo all over the chest for it, right?
In which you see it in one scene where he's covered in blood and you can't even see what the tattoo says.
But he does like a Mexican accent?
He does a Mexican accent.
Was he supposed to be Latino?
Well, so
I heard he was like he just grew up around, like his character grew up around that, so he acted that way.
So that's what David Ayer says. That is nowhere in the movie. That's a backstory that was invented off screen.
just to get some heat off it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It
so this is like what's his face in Once Upon a Time in Mexico.
Right, Downey Jr.
No. Who's?
Johnny Depp?
No, Norman Osborn from Spider-Man. Big toothy grin.
Oh, Willem Dafoe?
William Dafoe.
That's right.
When they brown-faced him.
That's right.
He was the Mexican king.
That's right.
They brown-faced him.
I forgot about that.
I'll show. Here's the picture of the brown-faced William Dafoe. Look that up. That's uncomfortable.
Would it have been worse if Shia LaBeouf played it like Go-Go Gomez from the Dick Tracy cartoon? And just every time he said a line, he would go, I think. Like he just did the most,
Gonzalez.
the most over-the-top racist caricature of. Oh, no. Oh, man.
You're not that far off.
Wow. God, that's brutal.
Full chest tattoo to never be seen.
He actually got tattooed for it.
Yeah.
Who gives a fuck?
He pulled his tooth out for another role.
For Fury, the other David Ayer movie.
With a pair of pliers.
Okay, all right. Dude,
But now he knows how to act.
Just go to therapy. You know what I mean? God damn.
Idiot.
So, Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you, man?
5 days a week, patreon.com, The Ralph Report. 5 days a week, Swings and Misses on radio.com. Tuesday and Fridays, we got Ramble Radios.
I've done Swings and Misses.
You have? You've been on there a
Look
couple
at that.
times.
Look at me.
You're at our draft special.
I am like the Bermuda
bouncing
Triangling between you and Cody here.
And then every Wednesday, we got Ramble Proper Prime.
That. Bam.
Proper Prime.
Subscribe. All that stuff. Every Thursday, you can see me on my YouTube channel. This past Thursday, I started my new show, Jerry Breaks the Game. Thank you, Eddie, for the logo. Oh, yeah. I talk about the God of War game for the PS4. This Thursday, I'll be going back to retro, talking Kid Icarus.
Ooh.
And next one, it'll be modern. Jerry Breaks the Game, Last of Us 2. Also, every Monday, I'm the Smug Nerd with this guy on social media as my director. And every night during quarantine, I am on Twitch, twitch.tv/RetroRocha, 8:30 p.m. Pacific. And The Ramble. Subscribe to The Ramble.
Do it.
Subscribe to all of our projects.
Do
Give
it.
it positive text
You don't have
reviews,
to watch or listen
thumbs
to them.
up,
Just
all that
subscribe
shit.
to them.
5 stars, everything. We love you guys. We'll see you Friday. See you tomorrow on Ramble Prime.
Yeah, we will.
All right. Bye.